Hey, welcome back everybody. I hope this video finds you well. Don't mind me as I make sure my mic is working. I believe it is. Alright, no edits here. You know how it goes. We just turn on the game and we start yapping. This is a new character actually. Has nothing related. Yeah, so in my past videos I was using my PS5 version of this game, which I have. This is like something kind of a little relevant to me. Is yeah, I basically transitioned fully to PC gaming. I still like collecting video games. I think collecting physical copies of games is a pretty good idea. Why is there a summon sign here? Oh, wait, what? You know, I'm just gonna summon him just out of curiosity. Like, I don't even know. Like, what are we doing? We're gonna fight the lost sinner from here? But yeah, I'm gonna let him lead the way. I'm just gonna pretend to be a noob and not know what I'm doing. Unless, wait a minute, is this an NPC? I don't think it's an NPC, bro. Yeah, he's real. He's real. I mean, like, it's also like I don't even know exactly where to go. Should we go down here? I'm just gonna go down here. But yeah, so I still think it's important to go for physical copies of games. Now I understand, like, I read this somewhere where like you're just getting a key nowadays in most modern games. You're just getting a key to access the game that you got to use the internet to download, anyways. So it's like one of those things where you might as well just get it digitally anyways, right? But then the argument there is like, what if one day you can't access, for whatever reason, you know, you lose access to it and then you're just kind of screwed, you know? So like, I feel like, I think you should just go for whatever you want at the end of the day. But me personally, I'm going to be doing both. I'm going to be getting the Steam sales, like Trails of Cold Steel, which actually I just realized I think I might be missing out on a sale right now, but it's fine because I think my card is declined, even though it shouldn't be declined because I tried to make sure that it wasn't going to get declined, but for some reason I can't get a game. Anyways, that was just a little rant. But yeah, I was trying to get Trails of Cold Steel 2. Like, at first, I didn't know if I wanted to spend the $20, but then I'm thinking, well, you're either spending $20 now or $40 later. So I guess I'm going to be spending $40 later, but we'll see. I don't know. That's just we yap, you know. We yap. I ramble. I might have some undiagnosed. Somebody said I might have ADHD. I think I've been told that I probably have that anyways. I mean, whatever. I kind of forgot what I was talking about before I went on that little tangent. Thinking. It's gone. But yeah, collecting physical, digital, that, you know, I want to do both because, like, you know, that way I feel like I'm secure, you know, like, that way, okay, so if physical goes to shit, well, I got all my digital, and if digital goes to shit, well, I got my physical, you know, like, one way or the other, I'll be fine. And but me, personally, I also just like gazing upon my shelf and just looking at just admiring my collection, you know? How the hell did he get over there? Alright. I probably come off as such a Dark Souls 2 noob, but I swear I have like hundreds of hours into this game. But this is my first time playing it on PC. Oh my goodness. Uh yeah. Collecting is good. Collecting is fun. That's not even the point of this video. That was just kind of like my weird little introductory way of starting. This is interesting, the way we came through here. Yeah. Like, in a sense, I'm, like, almost lost. Wait, let him do that. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at, actually. I wanted to talk about Nintendo today, and I apologize. I'm still, like, trying to figure out YouTube and all that. Well, not really trying to figure out YouTube. I'm trying to just, you know, hone the craft. I'm not necessarily. This is like almost like podcasting, you know. Like I got my mic in front of me. I'm talking. I'm commenting on games. Um, You know, where am I going? What is that? Is that where I... What is this? Oh my god. I'm sorry. I hope he doesn't leave me out of frustration. Don't leave me, Voyager. Stay with me now. You're on a YouTube video. You know, you don't even realize this. I appreciate his patience for dealing with my shit. But yeah, again, I wanted to talk about Nintendo. All right, let's talk about Nintendo. The Nintendo Entertainment System and the SNES, I'm not going to be touching those. You know, those will remain because I respect those for what they are. They were the first. You know, just like I wouldn't talk too much shit on the PS1. You know, like they were the first. Like what's the point? That's like picking on somebody smaller than you, basically. What? Yes, but I wanted to start with the N64 because the N64 is where, you know, that's where I started. I'm pretty sure that was my first console too. Not 100% on that, but it very well could have been. Am I dead here? I cannot believe I got hit by that. That is so embarrassing. Yeah, the N64 was my first one, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't like the N64 controller growing up even. Like, I never liked it. I thought it was all big and awkward. That might not be a controversial take, but that's just my say on it. But here is my controversial take. I like the N64 in general, but like, I think it's probably one of my lesser favorite consoles looking back now, because just simply because the library is just, it's just not really for me. You know? I like Paper Mario. That's like one of my legendary games for me. Like personally, I love Paper Mario. But like other than that, like a lot of people like GoldenEye, like Star Fox. Like don't get me wrong. These are some great games. I would probably love to play one of these days if I could ever get around to it. But like, I just never really get too excited for N64 games. I really can't. They're not bad. They're not bad. They're just, I don't know. I mean, and they're old. They're just really old, which I know isn't like the best criticism either. But for me, it kind of is. Like, I really do tend to like to play like newer games because, man, technology is it's getting nice, man. Like, video games are looking great. Have you played Marvel Rivals? And I don't know. N64 is still got it's good, but I'm just saying, like, as a whole, like the library, like maybe Pokemon Stadium would be chill too. Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, yeah, and then okay, so we'll move on to GameCube again, and again with the controller. I gotta say, not really the biggest fan of the GameCube controller, and the library again. It's a lot like similar to the N64. I don't necessarily love it or hate it, and it's got some bangers like Melee, and you know the Fire Emblem games. I'm sure I haven't really played that. I want to. I really want to play the Fire Emblem games on GameCube. Too bad they cost like half a kidney and a nut if I want to get it. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, how many times are we gonna like fucking suck off Melee and stuff? Like, it's just like one of those things where it's like yeah, the GameCube had some great games, but like that's in the past, you know. Like, I know Melee is pretty good though. Like, that's still got like people still fuck with that today, and I don't blame them. Melee is amazing, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, honestly, the GameCube basically is Melee at this point, but yeah, so that's pretty much like, you know, the controller, I would say, is a improvement. Oh, from the N64 improvement. You know, the N64 controller, I hate it. The GameCube controller, I don't love it, but it is better. I mean, personally, my favorite is the Xbox controller, and then after that, probably the PlayStation one. I just feel like those are the two that just feel the most right as a controller for video games. I think the Switch Pro is probably the best thing Nintendo's done for their controllers, honestly. I mean, yeah. I mean, the GameCube was definitely good. I mean, going into the Wii, that was definitely like a step backwards in my. I didn't like the Wii. I'm one of the people that didn't really care for it. Some of the games were good though, like during that era. I mean, I'm not gonna like. I'm not that like that biased to where I'm gonna like not even consider the games. I mean, I loved Super Mario Galaxy, Twilight Princess. Well, Twilight Princess was also on GameCube, but I had a Wii. Shit, I just, yeah, the Wii remote, nunchuck, I did like the TV aesthetic they had going on for it, like, the Wii channels. That was cool. That was cool. What they were doing there, that was really cool. I just really hated the Wii. Like, I remember trying to play Super Paper Mario with the Wii remote sideways, and that it was just like that was, in my opinion, I think that was when Nintendo was going down, was with the Wii. Like, that was when they were really going crazy, like LSD high as balls with the innovation. Like, we're trying so hard to be different, guys, and it's just like, wait, no, let me heal you, let me heal you. Oh, he's got a thing. I just wanted to be cool. Yeah, and like I totally skipped the Wii U generation. Like, I literally did not have a Wii U, and I feel like pretty much all the heavy hitters on the Wii U got moved over to Switch, and they all got overshadowed by the Switch anyways, because Mario Odyssey and what else was big? I don't even fucking know. Mario Kart, but that was on Wii U. But like, the Switch was basically, you know what I mean? And now we're getting the Switch 2. We're on the, on the cusp of getting that, or I don't know, probably an announcement, hopefully, at some point this year. But, oh man, he's dead. He's dead. Take a shit. Yeah. Be like that. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Yeah, I kind of expected that. That's alright. I mean, I just kind of summoned him because he was there. He was there, and I'm not used to that because, like I said, I played on PlayStation, and I refuse to play PlayStation Plus. I wonder if he'll put his sign over here because he knows. I don't know. But anyways, we gotta think about this video here that we're making here, aren't we? I was going on about the GameCube, but then I went on about the other consoles, so I have no idea where I was going with the GameCube. Now, I mean, maybe you might say, hey, maybe just script the video. It might go on better for you that way. You might be right, and you might be right. But that also takes a lot more work. But, I mean, the whole point of this is anyways just to vlog anyways about, like, Nintendo. And in general, like, yes, I grew up loving Nintendo, okay? And I just wish maybe, like, they were better. Again, like, also a thought of mine also is maybe I just grew out of the games. Maybe I just simply am not the target demographic, but I also think that's kind of bullshit too, because like I can like, here's the reason though, like I can go back and play those, and it's not just nostalgia. Like, these games are still legitimately badass. Like, Paper Mario kicks ass. That game is awesome. I mean, I'm not really the biggest Zelda fan, but I can still look at Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and be like, yeah, these are fucking legendary games, Like, they're the reason why Zelda's a thing still, Like, fuck. I mean, personally, Breath of the Wild, I played it once, I loved it, and I think the reason, like, a few people I know, they weren't really feeling Tears of the Kingdom, and I think it's because the whole Breath of the Wild thing, that should have just been a one-off. That should have been like a, and then kind of let's go back to the usual thing that we've been doing with, oh shit, I didn't mean to sit down. But I meant, okay, and let's go back to the usual thing that we normally do with Zelda, but then they just did, like, basically Breath of the Wild 2 with Tears of the Kingdom, and, like, yeah, like, a few people, they didn't even really fuck with it. They got the game, and they played, like, barely even touched it. Me, myself, I got, like, maybe 2-3 hours into it. I just couldn't do it, man. And, like, they're not bad games, but I just think like I don't know if burnt out is the good word for it, but it just after a while is like a one and done. You know, it's like okay, it was good, but like I can't. I didn't even finish Breath of the Wild, and I'd have to go back and try to finish it. But like, I see. Here's the thing: on my last playthrough, I spent maybe 50 60 hours. Explored the majority of that map because I was one of the people that got, I was like wowed by that world. I was like, holy shit, this game's amazing, and that's what I did. Kind of like with Last of Us, I explored like every square inch of the map for the most part. I didn't do all the secrets, all the quests, all the those, I forget what they were, those caves that you go into to get a thing. Yeah, I didn't do all of those, but I did. I explored. I explored a lot, and it's hard for me to want to go back and do that again. Basically, like it was fun for that time, but see here, and this is what I'm saying though. I could go back and play maybe like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, or Twilight Princess. I say those three specifically because those are probably the Zelda games I would replay if I were to replay Zelda games. I also like the handheld games too. Those were Minish Cap, Phantom Hourglass. That was my shit. I love those games. I just don't want to die. I might focus for a little bit, but yeah, those would be the Zelda games that I would replay again, and I could replay those games. Is my point. Whereas Breath of the Wild, it's just, I don't know, man. Like maybe 2-3 years from now, my opinion might change, but the game is just too big, I guess, and it's just maybe like I feel like I'm not really too big on the gameplay loop itself. Like I'm just used to a more linear Zelda experience, and I don't know. Maybe that's just what it is, and I feel like if they basically make a Breath of the Wild 3, that's just going to be another reason for me not to really care much for the Nintendo games. Anyways, if Lucatiel dies, I fail the quest. So, God, this thing is such a piece of shit. Did I get it? Damn it. I can't kill this thing, and I got 18k souls on the line. But at least it's closer this time. I'm not going to summon Lucatiel. I need Lucatiel alive for the quest. All right. How many? Oh, wow. It's all right. I considered starting a new character because I lost 20k souls, and I'm not gonna lie, that really ruined my life. Like, it really upset me. But I'm just gonna get over it. Co-op is a thing. I mean, I just had some guy help me with shortcuts in this level that I wasn't even like truly aware of, and that was cool. I'm having a hard time like, commentate real time. Like, I mean, this is essentially like streaming, so you'd think I'd be like somewhat decent at this, but nowadays when I stream, I'm mostly just quiet. I'll still talk to my chat and everything, but like, for the most part, I'm just gaming, which is it's weird. It's a weird attempt, or not attempt, just a weird take on it, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm not like Kai Cenat, I'm not getting like the flooded chat wall anyways. I'm mostly just chilling. Oh man, we're at 20, almost like 20 minutes, but I don't even mind because like this is just like like I'm not really trying to like make a like a try hard kind of video, man. This is just super casual type thing, and like, and that's the thing too, because like I'm talking about the whole premise of this video is like not necessarily shit talking Nintendo, just kind of criticizing, because again, like I grew up loving the games, and again, I would never talk bad about the old, like the way they started and the handhelds, like Game Boy, all the handheld systems are exempt. I could make a whole nother video just talking about Game Boy, DS, 3DS, and maybe I will, because I actually have a 3DS that I've been kind of starting to collect games for again, because I love the 3DS. Yeah, no, the handheld's amazing. I'm just mostly talking about the systems, like the whole, like N64, Wii U, and Switch specifically, because I think those have all been honestly kind of mid. And I mean, I feel like some people have always kind of known this, but me, I was like mostly kind of a Nintendo fan until like kind of recently, since I started like my PC gaming as basically. And I gotta try to get this fucker. Yeah, I just always felt like they were mid, or I know I feel like they are mid now. Like just looking back, like specifically the N64, I think is just really not that good. I really don't want to hate too much on it. Like I just feel like the library, but it just when you really like look at the N64 library, I feel like what really is there? Like what is there that I would be excited to play right now besides like maybe Paper Mario or like the Zelda? But again, I'm not even the biggest Zelda fan. I've actually been kind of wanting to try Metroid lately, but what else? All right, and the GameCube again, like that's where I was talking like Fire Emblem. I definitely think the GameCube is I think deserves to be a little bit more celebrated than the N64 for sure. But again, also like its library, like I just think of like Melee, Path of Radiance. I think that was the Fire Emblem game, and like maybe some others I can't think of. I'm sure there was like Resident Evil 4 was on there. There's probably some good horror games. And then the Wii, the weird little Wii. Yeah, the Wii definitely had like it had some games. It definitely had some games, but just didn't really wasn't a big fan of the Wiimote or the nunchuck. Motion controls in general. I think there's a reason why that's not like a staple in the gaming. It's more of just like a gimmick, like how we got that. Like I feel like motion controls is now coupled with VR as like a trendy little like what is it called, the Oculus or whatever. I got to see a little bit of that. It was all right. I'm just trying to think. I did write down. Okay, all right. Here was another thing that I wanted to go over. Xenoblade 3. Xenoblade in general, right? This is an RPG series that is a Nintendo exclusive, right? So I do have it on the 3DS, and I'm aware that they're like I think all of them are on the Switch now. You can get them, but I think okay, so I'm like tripping over my words here. I'm trying to get this point across that I have a friend, and I saw on YouTube as well. So it's been kind of said that this game is kind of boring. Like I think my one buddy who streams actually specifically said he fell asleep trying to play it, which I think is kind of it's funny, but it also kind of sad. Like that is like one of the worst like that is like the worst insult I think you can give like somebody's game. It's like you had to fight falling asleep basically. Like it reminds me of when I was reading The Hobbit, just falling asleep trying to read that. But yeah, and as much as I want to get into Xenoblade, that's what I have to look forward to. Like one of the more recent titles being kind of a snooze fest. But I think that there was also like good aspects to it too. I mean, and it's a JRPG, so I gotta play it. It's like my favorite genre. Oh, too slow. I'm trying to think of like okay, so I went over the Xenoblade thing, looking at my other points. I guess I talked about the Switch Pro controller. I actually like that. The handhelds are goated. I guess I can go over this too as well. I mean, I feel like I've been kind of talking about this, but like, yeah, they have the same IPs, right? Like when it comes to Nintendo, like with the Switch 2, right? That's the new hype thing. The only reason I would even consider getting a Switch 2 is if I was excited about the new Pokemon game, for example. And I didn't even watch the new, what was it, the Switch Direct or Nintendo Direct, whatever. But I got the gist of it when Moist Critical was he was actually getting, I guess, hate from the Pokemon community because he didn't like the trailer for the new Legends ZA game or whatever, Arceus. And I never even finished the first Legends Arceus game, so I'm not even like I didn't hate it, but that's again what I'm saying. Like I feel like I might have. Sometimes I just feel like I've might have just outgrown the formula, like the Nintendo game, their game developing style, I guess. But when I think about that, I also counter that thinking with, well, when I go back to my old favorites, those games are still pretty good. But I don't know, like if I can't get excited for like the new Pokemon game or like the new Mario game, I mean Odyssey was good. They usually don't miss with the new Mario games. Like Odyssey was really good, but that was also like I think 10 years ago now. Damn, I don't know. Like I think this guy spawns back too, so I could just take my I want to beat him though. Like I think he does spawn back. He does. I beat him by myself. Lucatiel's still alive. I could attempt the Lost Center, but I could also do something else too, which I'm gonna do that because there's like some side stuff you can do. Wait. Okay, I was wondering when that was gonna come back. Shit. I mean, I don't want to risk dying with these 22k souls, but yeah, I apologize if this, if I repeat things or am just rambly and just whatever. I mean, at the same time, you can just turn off the video anyways. But like I think the good thing about making longer videos is people can just kind of save it for later, come back to it. I think in a way that might also help your views, you know. But that's like if you could even retain attention, you know, you got to be interesting in the first place. But I mean, I'd like to think I talk about not controversial, but conversational topics. You know, Nintendo's pretty big deal. You know, people know what Nintendo is. And yeah, this video is just kind of like getting my takes basically on Nintendo. You know, like I think my hottest one is like basically I'm not a big fan of the N64 in general. I don't hate it, but it is like probably one of my least favorite consoles. I think it has the weakest library. GameCube has some big bangers, but that's really it. It doesn't really have like a sustaining library for me, you know? Like eventually when I do want to get into more of an expanded collecting, I do want to like focus on some games because I feel like the GameCube's got some sleeper hits, especially like horror games that I might not be aware of. That guy kind of jump scared me, not gonna lie. And then the Wii. You know, the Wii is interesting. I can't fully hate on it, though. That's why I've been mostly kind of quiet on the Wii, because I clocked in quite a few hours on the Wii. I had a Wii growing up, you know. I accumulated that over a Christmas or a birthday or something. I don't know, one of those when I was in middle school. But I definitely had a Wii, but I mostly was playing my PS3 that I bought with my own money as a kid, yeah. Washed a lot of dishes, but not at home. It was like a restaurant that I was friends with the owner's grandson, so that's how I was able to earn a little bit of cash not every summer, but a summer, I should say. Why did I let that happen? I just let that happen. I let him come up to me and just do that. There's a reason why I'm doing this. I'm trying to think. Oh, yes. Like, before the boss. Like, I'm not going to actually get to the boss. The Lost Center's, like, in particular, not even that difficult. But I just suck ass right now. I'm so bad. Like, holy shit. I'm so terrible. And there's something you can do for this fight to help you out. And I'm going to do that. That way I don't got to worry about it later. Because it won't reset on you. I don't know. Yeah, no, yeah. Yep. This is usually everybody's first Dark Souls 2 main boss, you know, because there's 4 big soul guys that you gotta fight. This is usually the one that people go for first. And I wouldn't fault them for it. On New Game Plus, you gotta... It's a pain. I love New Game Plus in this game. Wait. What's going... Oh, I need a torch! I bet I don't even have a flame butterfly. That is so ass. Really? Oh, wait a minute. Pyromancy. Let me guess. I don't have... Do I have anything that will recover spells? Wow, I really hate new games, but you know what? This firebomb should do the trick, actually. I'm out of pyromancy. I don't have any way at all to light this thing up, but I think a firebomb should work. What? Torch. Okay. How are you supposed to get a torch then? Like, I gotta walk my ass all the way back up here? Well, all the enemies are defeated, so, like, yeah, it is what it is. We can take this moment to go back to the, you know, point of the video. But at the same time, I mean, I covered all my notes, and again, I really hope I don't get, like, straight dislikes, you know, from people thinking this is just a straight Nintendo hate video, because at the end of the day, I want this to be more of, like, I grew up, I mean, like I said, I will never hate on, like, the handhelds, you know, and again, like, with the Switch 2, if the new Mario game and the new, like, not Mario Kart, like a new 3D Mario game, like an Odyssey kind of experience, you know, not necessarily Odyssey 2, but like a new 3D World Mario game type of game, if that looks good, or like the new Zelda game, like a Zelda game, imagine like Twilight Princess 2, or like a game kind of in that style, sort of, like back to the old, oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. I'm trying not to mess this up. There we go. Oh. There it is. Okay, we got the torch. That's why he did that. That's why Homeboy did that earlier. I remember now. I was remembering, like, why did he get the torch? All right, so, man, I kind of lost track of what I was talking about, unfortunately. But I think, oh yeah, I was just kind of trying to go over my points, yeah, and just, like, this isn't completely, like, a Nintendo hate video, because it really isn't. It really isn't. It's more of, I was just, like, I used to love Nintendo a lot, and now I feel like, I don't really think I've grown out of their formula. I think they've changed their formula. Like, when I look at, like, the newer releases, I mean, there's a reason why I don't really play my Switch a whole lot. Because I can't really get excited for it. I look at it more of just a handheld now than anything. Like, I don't really stream on it because like I'm not gonna stream on this. Why would I do that when I can just play on the PC or even my PS5? Yeah, like, I mean, when it comes to like maybe like if I really wanted to stream like Fire Emblem or something, but I don't know, Fire Emblem, I feel like isn't the most exciting game to watch. Like, I'm just a huge nerd for I love Fire Emblem. But, yeah, like, Fire Emblem and, like, Zelda, I guess. Not really the biggest Zelda guy. Kind of been wanting to give Metroid another chance, but, like, this is the thing. Like, all these Nintendo IPs, I just... and Pokemon hasn't really been the greatest either, and I really think that's why I've been hardly spending any time on any Nintendo property in general, and I've even gone back to get I got a 3DS, like I said, you know, like that's just what I've been doing, you know. And I think that's just how I think I'm going to be gaming this year in 2025 and probably 2026 as well. I'm mostly just going to be playing on my computer and kind of slowly going back on the 3DS and DS backlog of games that I got going, because I think those games are a bit more interesting than whatever Nintendo's doing right now. I have, like, no interest in collecting Switch games, for the most part. Like, I really don't. Like, I have... no, actually, at this point, I think I have more like PS4 and PS5 games than I do Switch games. But, oh shit, we got Voyager! Yo, should we just do it? I have no Estus, though, man. What if this summon sign... fuck it. We'll see if the summon sign is still there. We'll see if the summon sign is still there. I gotta go back to sit... Because I have no Estus. I have no Estus. No Estus for the bestus.
We're gonna see if his summon sign is still there. I mean, if he is a true Souls player, which imagine he is, the Souls guys, we know. I haven't couldn't even tell you how many times I just put my summon sign down out of boredom, or just whatever, just because I just didn't feel like grinding, didn't feel like doing. I just wanted to fight a boss. I wanted to help somebody fight a boss, and now that I'm playing on PC, I can do that, and it is wonderful. Shit, this is bad. Whoa, this is some high octane. That was like some fucking Tom Cruise bullshit. I don't even know. Let's see if his summon sign is still there. No! No! Should I put my summon sign down here? Just for like funsies? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Just for funsies. I mean, now I know what's my level? 53? Fuck it. Yeah, I got like so many stuff to do. So many stuff. So many stuff to do. I can just do that on stream. I wonder if I can get summoned. But if I put my summon sign down, you know what I'm saying? But what if I get summoned? But what I was saying is the fact that I saw his summon sign and I'm the soul level. Like if you're not familiar with Dark Souls 2, it's got a very shitty multiplayer system. Nobody likes it. Wait, did I even really explain about the Xenoblade thing, or did I just go off on like a tangent? Basically, with Xenoblade, yeah, it's like one of the like for somebody like me, that is like one of the reasons why you would like want to get into like a Nintendo system. But at the same time, especially with the most recent game being like kind of being told it was so boring they were falling asleep, like holy shit. That just blows my mind. But I did play a little bit of Xenoblade on 3DS. It looks amazing. Like I'm excited to get more into it. But trying to go back and get like some 3DS games, like those prices are high. Like Shin Megami Tensei 4. Oh, what else? Not Abyss, or what is that? Bravely Default. That's my sign. I almost shit. I was like, what? Yeah, I guess we'll never find Voyager again. Does that thing respawn? I bet it does. It does. That's so crazy that it respawns. That's a boss. That's like a whole ass boss. That's literally the boss from the other area. I can't think of the name right now. But yeah, literally. And it just respawns for you. It's like, what's up, cuh? But yeah, I mean, those are really all the points I can think of. I don't want to like just drag this video. I just, maybe my beautiful voice is just enough to, keep the video going, What is that? Serenade? No, serenade's like when you sing. I don't know. It's just so fun. No Man's Wharf. That's what I was trying to say. It's just so fun and interesting when you see a summon sign in a game like this, really, because like nobody's really playing this game anymore. Basically, is my point. So it's like when I saw a sign, I was like, "Oh my god!" So I had to do it. Even though it might have not been the best idea for the video, or maybe it was. Maybe it was cool, good content, but it's hard for me to like focus, and this is coming from a guy who's been streaming for 3 years, so I should be used to live commentary gaming or whatever. We're at like 40 minutes, so maybe I will end the video here. I mean, I feel like this is the type of video you don't really have to fully like watch the whole thing in order to kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to, get out there to start a discussion or whatever. So I mean, I'll end it with this basically. Like, I feel like Nintendo games just aren't really that fun anymore. I can't really get excited for them, except like the only one that I'll be always biased with is Fire Emblem.
But other than that, like, I mean, we'll see where Pokemon's going. But like, honestly, I feel like Pokemon's in a weird direction right now. That's why with the 3DS, I'm probably gonna be going back in time and playing like the older Pokemon. The games that I think of as fun when I think of Pokemon. You know, it's like, yeah, because I just don't really care for the, like, even just looking at my Switch game, like the Switch games on the shelf, like they just don't even look cool compared to, like, I got my PlayStation games there and they just look nice, and there's the manga. I like manga. Anyways, 40-minute video. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm talking about. I feel like Nintendo just kind of went like downhill, really, and that's not even talking about all the controversies with them shutting down like copyright, and all that stuff. But if you made it this far into the video, I did the dragon emoji for the last time. Maybe is there a knight emoji, or maybe like a sword or a shield, like knight and something knightly, not a dragon though. Yeah, maybe just put one of that if you made it this far, because that'd be crazy. But yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in the next one.